question. On a scale of let's say 1 to 10, how would you rate your skill set when it comes to managing your Windows environment, maybe using Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and how to even navigate online, do some research? How would you rate your skill level from 1 to 10 before we even get started?
Okay, I'll give myself
on
a
my
4.
laptop.
You give
Use my
yourself a
laptop.
4. Okay. Okay. It's fine.
I think I can give myself a 7.
A 7. Oh, yeah, you're
Yes.
up there. You're up there.
Well,
Okay.
I use the
That's
tools
good.
regularly, so I think apart from Excel, I
Yeah.
do use Excel, but I don't go into all the calculations that you can do with Excel, but I can use
Okay.
Excel for other stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So I use Word, PowerPoints, and I think I can give myself a 7.
7. So 7 and a 4. Kelechi, how will you rate
Okay,
yourself?
I'm still trying to connect to my laptop. Okay, so I'm still using my phone.
Oh,
So I'm
it's
still
fine.
okay. So I'll give myself a 7, just like
A
Toby.
7.
Yeah,
Okay. Then
it's
that's
7.
good.
I could use
And
most of the Microsoft
most of the
Suite
two.
uh
Okay.
of packages, and I'll just say 7.
Okay. But have you
Yeah.
certified in any of the Microsoft Office applications?
Like 365?
Yes. Have you certified? If not
No.
365, maybe 2019, 2013, 2016.
No. I don't have. I used it, but I don't.
But
I
actually,
don't
we
have
did the
any
training, but we
certification.
didn't get certified. So
Yeah.
I trained on MOS PowerPoint. We
Okay.
had a trainer that was training us, but we didn't get certified. We couldn't. We had a clash of programs in the company, so we could not continue with the training. But it was very thorough, back end,
Okay.
everything. So I really enjoyed that training. But that was on
Okay.
PowerPoint. I think it was 2019. Yes.
2019. Okay.
2019. Yes. PowerPoint. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then that's good. I think we'll have a lovely session, and I can see the enthusiasm to learn. So it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, but before I do that, at least you know a bit about the IC3, right? The IC3
Yes.
certification. What do you know about it?
But I've been doing some research, so I see that
Okay.
it's more of like a digital awareness, how you're
Okay.
able to navigate the digital environment, like computer systems, software, hardware,
Mhm.
things like that. And
Okay.
I think that's what I've seen so far.
Okay, that's good. So apart from you, no one?
Okay. For me, I didn't really look into. I searched it. Okay,
Okay.
but I didn't go in depthly. So what I was just saying is like things that have to do with ICT generally.
Okay.
ICT generally, everything about ICT because I teach ICT.
Okay.
Okay, so data processing and all of that. So
Okay.
it's centered around that,
Around that.
basically.
Okay. That's good. So I'm going to share my screen in a minute. Okay. Can you all see my screen, please?
Yes, double standard
Okay.
6.
Yes. Okay. So we'll be looking at a global standard 6. They've had various versions, the GS3, GS4, GS5, now the GS6, which is the updated version. And that is what we'll be looking at. And since you guys will be training students, you will need to understand how to go about the teaching, the methodologies, and the skills you need to make sure that you make an impact in the lives of the students you'll be handling. So what makes this different? And the first on the list is a tiered difficulty. Each level, its own certification. So we have 3 levels, which is comprehensive of all digital literacy domains. So we have the level 1, which focuses on digital literacy foundations. Level 2 looks at intermediate digital literacy knowledge. And level 3, which looks at the mastery of digital literacy skills. Okay. So the objective domains have been refreshed to more closely align with ever-changing technology. So if you took the GS5 and you take the GS6, you could see the improvement when it comes to the curriculum or the content. Then we have additional emphasis on cloud-based and mobile applications because due to COVID, most of the companies are moving into the cloud. So there is a need for trainers, for students, and even for workers to understand how to use the cloud system as software as a service. How do you operate it? And it can be implemented based on learners' existing competency level. So it's for all. You don't need to be a master. So we have the level 1, which will basically test your knowledge on what you know. So hardware, software, networking, troubleshooting basic stuff. Then the level 2, we take it a step further, which looks at doing. So I was happy when you said, okay, you know how to use PowerPoint, you did a training, but you do not get to do the certification. So you actually have to do Word. How do you use it? It's not about what is Word, what is Excel, what is PowerPoint. You need to use the application to perform a task. Then you get to a point where you lead. So if you're able to pass all the 3 levels, then you become a master. Okay, so the master certification you earn by passing all the 3. If you pass only 2, yes, you get your respective certificate for that, but you won't get the master credential. At this point, do we have any questions? Are we okay with this? You need to unmute.
Okay, we're fine. I'm fine with this.
Okay, good.
We're fine.
Okay, good. So before we get into it, I had 7, 7, and 4. So let's test our knowledge on this to find out if indeed we are at what we say we are. Okay. And it's just going to be a couple of 16 questions. And since you are trainers, I believe we won't take more than 10 minutes to complete this. I just hope so. I believe you can see clearly, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to read a question. Match each security threat to its definition. To answer, move each threat from the list on the left to its definition on the right. So note, you receive credit for each correct answer. So I've got the definitions here. A program that can copy itself and spread to other computers. Is it phishing, spyware, Trojan, or virus? So
How are we answering it? Are we to write it down?
no. We are just answering.
Yes, virus.
Is a
Virus.
what?
Virus.
Virus. Do you all agree
Yes.
with that?
Yes, it's a virus.
Okay.
Yes, it's a virus.
Okay. A program that is designed to look harmless but allows unauthorized access to your computer. What is that?
Phishing.
No, that's
Phishing.
spyware.
That's
Which one is
what?
spyware?
Spyware.
Spyware.
So which one are you
Spyware.
going for? Is it spyware or phishing?
Hey,
Spyware.
I'm not sure. Okay, let's go with her. I'm not sure. Let's go with
So
her.
So which one? Is it spyware or phishing?
Spyware.
Phishing.
Spyware.
Okay. So spyware.
Okay, let's see.
Spyware.
Spyware.
Spyware. Let's go with spyware.
Okay, a program that installs itself on your system without your knowledge and tracks your computer usage.
Trojan. I think
I think that's a Trojan.
spyware.
Trojan. Okay.
Trojan.
Yes.
Trojan.
Content that tricks you into revealing account codes and passwords by pretending to be legitimate.
Phishing. That's
Phishing.
Phishing.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of background noise. So if one of you can mute. Okay. So we finish with that. So you use a local installation of Microsoft Word. Yesterday, you started writing a letter to a friend and saved the file to your document folder. Today, you open the file and finish writing the letter. You need to save the changes you made to the file today. You select File and then Save. What is the result? A. Word saves a new copy to the file, resulting in 2 separate files. Word overwrites the previously saved version of the file. Word prompts you to enter a new file name, and Word prompts you to choose a new location to save the file. So which one is the answer?
Well, since you saved it, I believe that the word would override the previous saved version of the file.
Okay. Do we all agree with that? Then
Since
I'll
it
go
was
with
That's
it.
saved,
correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
correct.
fine. So let's move on. When collaborating on a project, you need to choose whether to use digital technology or the traditional pen and paper approach. In which two situations is digital technology the most efficient solution? A, the project will not include citation or attributions. B, you expect the document structure to change over the course of the project. C, multiple collaborators will write and edit content within one deliverable. And D, the project includes multiple concept mapping and storyboarding activities. So we need to select two of the options. So which one are we going for?
for me, I'll select C.
Okay, multiple collaborators will write and edit.
Within
Yeah.
one deliverable. Then
Yes.
Project includes multiple concept mapping and story.
Okay. So do we all
Well,
agree with these two? Because I don't want us to waste time on this. Are we all okay with this?
I think we should just go with C and D, but if anybody has any other option, let's say it
Options.
quickly.
Okay. So since I'm not hearing anything, I'll just move on. Okay.
Okay.
Which three peripheral devices provide input to a computer system? We are selecting three. So we have mouse, microphone, printer, scanner, USB flash drive, and speakers. So you're looking at the input devices here.
We
Uh-huh.
have the microphone, the scanner, and the USB. No, and the mouse.
The
Mouse.
scanner and
Okay.
input device. Mouse is an input device.
Microphone
Mouse,
and
microphone,
scanner.
and scanner.
Printer is not.
Okay.
Scanner. And the USB flash drive, I think.
USB
Well,
flash drive.
It's not. I don't think USB is a storage
We are
device.
not
But the
changing
mouse,
anything.
microphone, and
What-
in
scanner.
fact, wait, it's okay.
Okay. So I'll maintain that. Yeah.
Mouse,
Mouse,
scanner.
microphone,
So I'll move on.
scanner. Yeah.
So you are collecting online articles for a school report. What is the most efficient method of storing the articles to access them later? Write down the URL of each article on a page of your school notebook. Create an appropriately named web browser bookmark folder and save each article in the folder. Use an online citation generator to reference the articles and paste the text of each article into a document. So which one is the most efficient way of collecting articles?
Well, what I normally do, actually,
Maybe C.
I don't know about the citation generator. Appropriately named browser
D.
bookmarker.
Okay.
Right URL each. I'm not sure of this one at all. I'm not sure.
Okay. So who is sure?
Or maybe A. I'm not sure. But A.
I'm thinking of B.
You're thinking of B. Okay.
Yeah.
So why are you thinking of B? Can you explain further?
Of course, if you bookmark the page for each of those articles, it becomes easier for you to get back to get the article, because if you say you want to copy and paste, you don't know the length, how lengthy each article is, and how tracking specific articles may be challenging. But if you bookmark, I believe you just click on the and then take you straight to the article.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay. I like your
I
explanation.
said quickly, take your brother.
That's good.
I agree.
That's good.
I agree.
That's good. So bookmarking is also done in Microsoft Word. I believe you knew that.
Hey,
Yes.
don't leave me. Oh,
Okay.
where are you people?
Good.
Oh, Fifi.
Yes, we are here.
Hey, people have started.
Yes.
Where are you? Where
So question, we are now on question 6. So you
Oh, are we
write
all
a-
answering it together or individually?
yes, we are all answering it together.
Oh.
So you write a research paper for school. In your paper, you paraphrase information from an article you read on the internet. You do not cite the source of the information in your bibliography. What is this an example of? Is it fair use, Creative Commons use, attribution, or plagiarism?
Plagiarism.
Well,
Okay,
Plagiarism.
Well, you
okay.
said you paraphrase it. You're not taking
Plagiarism.
it directly from the article and writing
Uh-huh.
and typing it. So
Okay.
plagiarism is direct copying.
Okay,
I don't know whether that's the answer. There's a paraphrase in this question.
okay, you paraphrase. So what is it then? If it's not plagiarism, then give me.
Casey, are you good?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure what,
Hey.
I don't know. I can't say it's fair use, and I don't know
Okay.
what attribute. I don't know what the other two mean. So I don't know the
Uh-huh.
answer.
So as we go through the program, you'll get to understand what fair use means, what Creative Commons is about, and what attribution is. Okay. So don't worry.
Plagiarism. Is it plagiarism?
Let's go with the
Okay,
plagiarism.
let's
and
leave
we'll
it.
find out.
Let's leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is for the knowing bit, the first level.
Okay.
So we are now moving to level 2. So
Okay.
these are stuff you need to know. Now we come to level 2 where we talk about doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you compress a folder of document and image files. For each statement about compressed folders, select yes if it is a benefit or no if it is not. You receive credit for each correct answer. So sending a compressed file uses less bandwidth. Is it a yes or a no?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it does.
Okay.
Definitely.
Compression preserves the integrity of your files. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
Compressed files must
But
be
is it
uncompressed in order to access the
being
data.
compressed?
Is it a yes
Yeah.
or a no?
It's
Yes.
a yes.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
No.
No, you can access
No.
it when
No,
it's compressed. Yeah.
must be on.
No.
You have to
It-
unzip it now. You have to
No,
uncompress
you
it.
don't.
unzip,
But
yeah.
it's not zip. This is
To the
compressed,
data.
right?
I use zip file all the time now. You have to uncompress it.
Or you
So what do
compress
you
it
do?
with file.
Tola, don't show yourself here. Oh. Ha.
So
Calm down for us,
You
Tata.
have
calm down,
on-
calm down.
or you can
Let us settle.
access.
Somebody is
So,
intimidating us
is
here. Oh.
it a yes or a no?
It's a yes.
It's a yes. Okay, we will find out.
My
So
goodness.
I'll move on.
I think that's a good
Okay.
idea. I'm not hearing you
So,
guys very well.
You are in
Casey.
charge of marketing for the drama club. Match each file type to its proper purpose. So use the highest quality photograph for the spring plays poster. So are you going to use a GIF, a JPEG, PDF, or SVG? Which file type will give us the highest quality photograph?
JPEG.
It's
Okay.
SVG.
SVG. Yes.
Okay.
It's
Create
not-
a flyer
Okay.
that can be easily shared online, but not easily modified.
Oh.
You have PDF,
PDF.
GIF, PDF. Okay. Produce an animated transparent image that can be shared on social media.
Wait, so are we not all supposed to agree? Is it just one person?
No, I don't want us to waste time because time is not on our side. So give me the answer,
Yes.
then we move.
SVG.
Transparent image that can be shared for social media.
So what's that?
Okay,
GIF.
transparent.
That's GIF.
Transparent.
GIF. Okay.
Yeah.
No, who said GIF?
SVG.
GIF is
Yes.
like animated.
Okay, yes, animation.
Okay.
Animation.
Okay. So
The
produce a
keyboard,
new drama club logo that will not lose image quality if it is rescaled.
I don't
So
know.
we only have
Okay, no,
one
logo,
option left.
PNG.
That left with
SVG there too.
SVG.
PNG.
Okay.
No,
It will be
No problem.
PNG.
It will be SVG. Abi?
SVG. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's continue. Your sight-impaired grandparent would like to use your Windows computer to search the internet for information. Which tool set can make the computer environment easier for them to use. Mobility center, ease of access, focus assist, performance monitor.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Focus.
Sight impaired, so visual
Focus
impairment.
assist.
Focus assist, do you know what that is?
No.
Maybe ease of access.
Access
Ease of
is part
access.
of the computer, and you have different
I
icons
don't
that
know.
show you where to call your computer. That one is ease of access.
Maybe it has
Okay,
to do with,
so
I don't
let's
know that
move
that one
on.
is
I don't
okay.
know.
Not
You
sure
New
that
have
is
setup. I will not be saying answer loud though.
I don't
Hey.
know. I don't know.
so you have a Windows computer with two printers installed, printer 1 and printer 2. You set printer 1 as your default printer. Each time you print to printer 2, it becomes your default printer. You need to ensure that printer 1 stays set as the default printer. What should you do? A, deselect printer 2 so printer 1 becomes your default printer. Manually set printer 1 as the default printer, or clear the let Windows manage my default printer checkbox, or update the computer operating system. Mhm.
huh?
So what should we do?
Maybe we should deselect
Deselect.
one of the printers.
No,
Or
I don't think that is.
I'm not sure.
No, it's not. You
Okay.
don't have to deselect,
So I'm not sure of this.
because if you do that,
Oh yeah.
you are left with only one
Professors. Which one is the
printer.
answer?
So
It's-
I think you
A
should
definitely is
manually
out of
set
it.
printer 1 as the default
We
printer.
manually set printer 1 as the
Okay,
default printer.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
manually. Is that
Okay.
manually that got
So
me?
I think
let me
I'll
probe a
go.
little further. How do you manually set it as this default printer? Where do you
Mhm.
go?
Go to the setting, print setting.
Settings. Okay.
They go to printers, right?
Okay.
And then you
Okay.
look
So
for,
That you want to be the default printer.
yeah,
okay.
you
So
click
you
on
use
this
the
one,
control panel.
select.
Okay.
I will go
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
option C.
I'll go for
Clear
B
the let
actually.
window manage my default printer checkbox. Because if you click that check, if you check that box, you have given control of, you are giving control to the computer to decide which
Which
printer
one?
becomes
Okay.
your default
Default
printer, and
printer.
then
Okay.
the computer can decide to use the last one that you use. So if you
Okay.
uncheck that, and then you can now manually select the printer that you want, and it becomes it. That's what
Okay.
I.
So now we have between B and C. So those
Okay.
in favor of
Okay.
B, say yeah. Those not in favor, say nah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. I think I prefer C.
You prefer C. I'm only getting one
Yes.
C. So I have two of the C's now. So we have, I need another.
C, I'll go with C. C.
Okay, so we have three of you going with C.
And let's
I'll
let's
go
Okay.
with
let's
B.
let's I don't even know.
So
Because we
C
are
and B.
saying
Please
we are
decide.
we
B,
are
B, B.
Okay, me, I don't have a problem. You will see our results at the end of this. Don't
yeah,
worry.
I think let's since we don't
Fifi,
know.
your role here is very tricky. Huh. Eh, you will not
You
even
type.
help us. Just
There's some
No. This is
closely related.
an assessment. Okay. So you type information into a worksheet cell. For each action, select yes if it will commit the data entry to the worksheet cell or no if it will not. So when you press enter, will it commit the data into the worksheet cell? Is it a yes or a no? This is
Yes.
excellent. Yes.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
If you hit the escape, will it commit what you've typed into the worksheet cell?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
no.
no.
Then when you tab to the next cell, will it commit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well then, what is ergonomics? The process of using design elements to convey information, which is the A. B, the study of business whose infrastructure is based on the internet. C, the process of setting up a workspace to increase comfort, safety, efficiency, and productivity. And D, the study of production, distribution, and consumption
Please
of
get
goods
a
and
headset.
services.
Well,
So what?
On the
I don't think
freezer
it's
or
D.
the parlor.
So that's production. Okay, I don't think it's D. I'm
So
not
what?
sure. I don't know what
Maybe C.
using design
C.
elements.
Ergonomic. Maybe
Solution,
C.
C. Okay.
process.
Yeah, looks like C.
Okay. So let's
I
move
don't
on.
know. I don't know.
Okay,
Probably C.
we don't
Let's
know, but
move on.
I would go with C also, even though I don't know. That's my
Mm,
calculated
Just
guess.
of that
No
knowledge or
problem.
whatever.
Now we are moving to level 3. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So your organization announces that it is upgrading its systems to require multi-factor authentication. What is the minimum number of authentication factors required by multi-factor authentication? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? Up to infinity.
I
So
think true.
2. Okay. Okay, let's move on.
Um,
You are researching apples on the internet. For each research topic, select yes if a Boolean search will help to identify relevant results faster, or no if it will not. So apple varieties, will a Boolean search help you get a result faster? Is it a yes or a no?
yes.
Okay. History of apple agriculture, is that a yes or a no?
We know.
Yes.
So which one am I going for? Yes, no? Because I had yes and no.
Boolean is numbers, right? I don't know. Boolean search.
Yes.
I think yes. History of agriculture.
Okay, recipes
Yes.
for apple
Yes.
pie or cake. One of you
No.
should mute.
Yes.
I can hear a lot of noise in the background.
No.
Macintosh apples, but not the Macintosh computer. Is it a yes or a no?
No.
No. Okay.
I
Let's
don't know.
move
Other bullshit like.
on. Your team is
I've got no
creating.
idea on the topic.
Okay. Your team is creating a website for a local business. You agree to act as the team spokesperson, although you do not have all the information. You arrange a virtual meeting with a business owner. Your meeting software allows you to enable and disable chat for different participants. How should you configure the chat feature of the virtual meeting software for this meeting? So allow chat communication only between you and your team members. Allow chat communication between all meeting participants. Allow chat communications only between you and the client, or turn off the chat function.
Turn off the chat function.
A, allow chat communication only between you and your team members. So that way you can communicate without the business owner knowing what you are saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
Turn off
Yeah.
the chat function.
So are we all agreeing with this?
I
don't
agree.
know.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I
Hey.
agree
I
with
think
that.
it's D.
Allow chat communication only between you and your team members.
Okay, no
I
problem.
think it's D also. Turn off the chat.
Okay, so the last question. You work for a multinational corporation with strict security policies. A co-worker shares their password with you. For each statement, select true or false. If you use someone else's password, your employer can restrict your future access to the corporate network. Is it a true or a false?
True.
False.
If you use someone else's password, your employer can restrict your future access to the corporate network. Is it a true? Okay.
True. True.
You,
Why true?
Well, since they're both on the same
Because it's strict. Because
view,
it's
I don't think that.
security.
Yeah, but it says that
Security policies.
security policies. A coworker shares their password with you. Is that
Mhm.
coworker in
Okay,
department?
strict. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure of this, but it's okay.
I think it's
Okay.
true. I think it's strict.
So using the co-worker's password to sign them into the corporate network because they are late for work is fraud. Is it true or false?
True.
True.
It's
Okay.
true.
If multiple people know a co-worker's password and a security breach occurs, they could all be held responsible. Is it true or false?
True.
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 Sure.
Okay. We will find out. Okay. Din, 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 din.
So we didn't get zero here.
Yeah,
Din,
well,
din,
we don't
din.
get zero.
I guess zero. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's see.
Why would you get zero?
Well, some of them were
Okay,
kind
let's
of,
see.
Very tricky questions.
So at least
yeah.
you passed. You
Whoa.
passed, which is
Yeah,
750.
congratulations. Let's see the
I
ones
did.
that didn't do well.
So collaboration, you didn't do well on collaboration, 0%.
Wow.
Safety and
Wow.
security, 19%.
Hey.
But communication, content creation, information management, digital citizenship, you scored 100% in all. Then technology
Wow.
basics, you had 67%.
Only 57.
Please,
Yes.
can we know why we didn't do well in those parts?
No, they won't give us that opportunity to review.
Okay.
So this is
For this
just
safety and security now.
come again,
I
please.
think that's the last part that we did.
Yeah, safety and security, which was a
Yeah.
19%.
Yeah. For
Then-
this one that we just finished now,
So we
Yeah.
finish
I
everything
think
off.
the person that will be solely responsible for those is the original password owner, because he's the one
Yes.
that's supposed to keep his password,
That is
and
it.
make sure that people, don't get to.
Okay.
That
So
is
it's
it.
not
I will not
everybody
be
that
held
will be
liable
held.
for
Yeah,
giving your
Oh, I
password out. So
see.
you will be held liable.
Not
yeah, because
everybody
that's the
No,
Not
is that
everybody.
person.
house. He's supposed to keep his house key very well, not to give
That
it
is it.
Yes,
to
that's
strangers.
understandable now. Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yes. We have a
Yes.
lot to learn.
I don't get you. But Baba Tospe, are you saying that was why we got zero in
Yes,
that
Like-
one?
The
No, we
first
got zero in
question.
collaboration.
In
We didn't get
we
collaboration,
zero.
got 19. We got
Yeah.
19%.
We got
So all our
90% in
No,
three.
zero.
zero.
It's
We got
zero.
0% in collaboration,
It's
and it was
Zero.
19%
Zero in
for security.
collaboration.
Are we
Security
okay?
and safety.
Okay, that
I
makes
think
sense.
collaboration.
Everything. They were-
I can't remember those questions now.
I'll send a link. I'll send a link to the test. Then in your free time, you can go over. Okay.
That would be
Thank you.
That'll be
Okay.
good. Thank
Thank you. Fifi,
So
you're a teenager in this picture.
this was years ago. So
Okay. Okay,
let's
let's
look at
go.
lesson 1, technology basics. And this will be our focus. So we look at the
Sorry,
first.
it's recorded.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
being
recorded.
recorded?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Thank
recording
you.
this. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Sorry, Fifi, I have a question. You talked about safety and security.
yes.
Is it under the technology basics?
Yes, for all the levels, we will treat all
each of
these
those.
different levels under each of them. So we will do the knowing bit, we will move to the doing, then we'll move to the leading. Because under each of the levels, we have 7 models that we need to go through.
use gum now. Use gum.
Yes,
Does
I
that
know.
make sense?
It makes sense. So I'm saying, where is safety and security? Is this
So
lesson
safety-
1 under that?
No. Yes, no, it's not under lesson 1, but it will be part of level 1. We have 7 lessons.
Those topics, so to say, that we have
Yeah.
been tested on, will come across each of them at each level, whether level 1, 2, 3, in varying degree now.
That is it. That is the point.
I understand. I'm just trying to track this lesson 1, technology basics. Sorry, I've not gone over the course outline really well.
No
so
problem.
it's
So
not
okay,
really-
let me explain. So under technology basics, we will be looking at what an operating system is. Okay. We will look at the web browser. We will look at accessing information, navigating in Windows, okay, identifying devices. We will look at software. We'll look at basic hardware. We will go on to look at troubleshooting connection issues, and that will fall under lesson 1 for the level 1. Then when we move to level 2, we have the various lessons, which is digital citizenship. So just follow along as we go through step by step. You get it, okay?
Yes.
Okay. So under lesson 1, we are looking at these sub objectives. Access and navigate between digital environment, identify digital devices and connections, explain fundamental software concepts, explain fundamental hardware concepts, and explain fundamental operating system concept. Then finally, we look at explain fundamental networking concept. Are we okay with this? So these are the objectives for our lesson 1. So we're going to delve into the first sub-objective. So what is an operating system? And I believe as trainers, you've come across this in one way or another. So can I get some responses from you as to what operating system means to you? Yes. Can I get some response? Hello?
We have Babatope and Casey now. You guys should talk. We are
So what is
waiting. We are waiting for you.
Sorry,
what is an
question?
What is an operating system?
What is an operating system?
What is an operating system?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'll try to put it the best way I can.
Okay.
I would say that an operating system is the set of codes, that have been programmed into a computer that enables him to perform various tasks, So let me just leave it at that. That is a set of code programmed into a system that enables it to perform the various tasks that system is meant to perform.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any other contribution?
Okay, I don't know. I would just briefly say that an operating system enables other applications to like run on them. It's just like Microsoft operating system, allowing other packages to run on it.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So you guys will be training people, and I want you to explain it in a way that will make the student understand it. I don't want the technical stuff. How can you relate it to real world situation? How can you bring it home to the student, someone who is an illiterate in terms of IT? Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was just going to say something. It's a bit silly, but I love to cook. So I was going to say that the operating system is like your kitchen, and you enter the kitchen and you use appliances to cook, to make your food. You use your cooker, you use the pots and pans. But the operating system is actually the kitchen that you have to use to enter into. That's what I was going to say. I don't know whether that makes sense.
Okay. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yes. Any other? So if you look at our various homes, okay, I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. Without your house, do you think you would have a space to put your television? You would have a space to put your refrigerator? You would have a space to put your maybe 3-in-1 chair, or even the mattress or the bed that you lie on. So you need a house before all these other specific, items can come into play. So as Babatope explained, that a set of instructions, a set of codes, so these are programs that more or less manages the computer system. So without the operating system, you won't have a computer system. Does that make sense? So without your house, you would probably not have your kitchen that you spoke about, to have your stove and your gas and all the switches to be turning on the light. So the operating system is more like a house, and you need that. So once you have that, then you can have your application programs coming in. Oh, let me download Microsoft Edge, and I'll use that specifically for browsing the internet, and that makes it application software. So if you explain to students this way, and you give them the definition that it makes a lot of sense to them. And the IC3 is not about chewing and pouring knowledge or doing learning by rote. You need to understand and apply it. So a computer consists of hardware components. So we have all the various hardware components. We have all the various hardware components, right? So you have your keyboard, you have your mouse, you have your monitor, and all the other components. And you will need the operating system to manage it. Okay. So that must communicate to function, and this communication is managed by an operating system, which is a type of software that serves as the central manager for communication, coordination, and control. So when you buy a new pen drive, you insert it into your system. Then you say installing device driver. It is the operating system making sure that, okay, we can communicate to this new hardware that you've inserted. And for the hardware to function, we will need a software, which is a device driver, okay, to make the hardware communicate effectively with the operating system. Does it make sense? Are we okay with this?
Yes, it
Okay.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
very well.
Okay, so we say that the OS is a program, which is a sequence of coded instructions that guides the computer in performing tasks. So software encompasses all programs that run a computer, including operating systems and application software. So when you say software, that's a broader picture. We are looking at operating system. We are looking at application programs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If it doesn't, you need to let me know, because you'll be trainers and you need to understand it to deliver the lessons to your students.
Please, can you come back again, Abeg? Come back again, please.
Okay. So I try to liken the operating system to the houses that we live in. So if you have your house, that is your operating system. Without the house, you cannot have your refrigerator. You cannot have your TV. You cannot have your 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 sofa. You cannot have your bedroom where you have your bed and your mattress. You need a house to put all these individual items in. Okay. And it is the house that manages whatever is within the house. Without the house, you cannot have electricians coming in to connect all the wires, to fix your ceiling fan, your AC. So it is the house that holds everything together. So that is the operating system. It holds everything together. And since computers consist of hardware and software, then you need something, the manager, which is the OS, to manage your hardware and your software. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So application programs enable productivity by allowing users to perform specific tasks, such as creating documents or browsing the internet, and they rely on the OS to manage hardware interaction. So as I move my mouse, as I move my hand on my touchpad, then the OS is communicating to the touchpad that, oh, the guy moved his hand to the right. So move the cursor to the right or to the left. So it is the OS that is doing that, managing the interaction between the hardware and the software. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
good. So before we proceed, how would you explain operating system in your own words? Forget about the textbook definition and bring it home to the student.
So an operating system is like the house, it's like a house, right? That enables the collaboration, the communication, and of all the key players together to work effectively together. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, any other?
Okay, for me, I would say the operating system is like the manager, the man in charge of the hardware and the software of a computer. So he makes sure he handles the traffic, not really traffic, but that collaboration, as you said, that communication within the hard and software and other applications installed on it. That's who the OS is.
That is it. and it's rightly so. So once you bring it home to the student and they get a text and they read, it makes much more sense to them. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So this is a picture. Yes. Okay. Baba Tope. I'm listening.
Okay. I just want to ask if we can also describe it as, using the human body system
Yes,
as
perfect. Go
the
for it.
brain, the brain, as a human brain that coordinates all the activities of every other part of the body.
Okay, the human brain. Yeah, it can. But if we are using the human body, we'll get to a point where the processor will come in, where we will say the processor is the brain of the computer. Then it will confuse the student. So 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 so
Yeah,
so it's quite tricky if you're
yeah,
using the human body.
it's okay.
And so maybe we can say that okay, we have the body and the soul, right? So the soul can be likened to the operating system. Without your soul, you are dead. Without the operating system, we don't have any computer. Maybe we can say that. I'm not too sure. But you think about it, something for you to think about.
Well, I think it's better we leave it at, the level where we won't have to do so much of
That is it. So as a trainer, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you cannot come out. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay. So we have the user. The user is only interested in using the application program, right? So once you open Excel, you've opened. So it's a job of the operating system to launch that application and keep it in view or in sight so that you keep using it. So whatever interactions you are doing with the application, it will go from the application to the operating system. Then the operating system will do all what it needs to do, then bring back the result back to the application. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So as you use an application program, it interacts with the operating system. So now we're having this meeting on Teams. So that is the application we are using currently. And if you also join Teams using your Microsoft Edge browser, that is the application you are currently using. So it's interacting with the operating system. Then it also manages hardware devices. Okay. So it manages the hardware devices at our disposal. So if it's the keyboard, if it's the mouse, if it's your scanner, you issue a print, then the operating system will tell the printer, you need to print this number of copies of this document for the user. Okay. Then it controls communication between these devices and the application programs. So these are some functions of the operating system. And it also oversees file management on the computer. So when you go and create a folder on your desktop, the next time you restart the computer, you come back, you still find a folder there on your desktop. It will not move to a different location until you move it. Does that make sense? So it is the job of the operating system to be managing the file system on your computer. Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. So we will look at the desktop and mobile operating systems. So at least we know some of the desktop operating systems. We know of Windows, right? What other operating systems do you know? Yes, you need to unmute. You're muted. I can't hear.
Yes.
Okay,
I think
Mac.
there's a Linux.
Okay.
Linux.
Linux.
Okay,
Linux.
Uh-huh.
There's Mac, right?
Okay, Macintosh from Apple.
Yeah, Macintosh. Yeah.
Then which
You
other
have
one again?
I don't know, is IBM a system? I don't think so.
iPhone, like the iPhone.
iPhones. Okay, so these are mobile operating systems. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, okay, that's fine. So that is the desktops and the laptops we use. We have these operating systems on it. Yeah. So we say that it is a big and powerful program that controls how the computer works and has many what features. So we've got versions like Windows 7 or Windows 10. But when I started using computers, I saw Windows 95, Windows 98. We came to Windows Millennium. We came to Windows XP. Then the various versions, we had Windows 7. Now Windows 8 with the various versions, Windows 10. And currently, we are looking at Windows 11. So all these are various operating systems under the Microsoft. Then when you go to other areas like the Apple, they also have theirs. Okay. Then they also have features available for Windows Home, Professional, or Enterprise. And these are the various editions. So you can choose from several operating systems. Some people prefer Windows, others like the Macintosh, and some also use what? Linux. But I bet you that over 90% of corporate institutions are on Windows. Yes. So you need to learn how to use Windows and use it very well. But once you understand one operating system, you can easily transfer that knowledge to the others. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So are you okay with the explanation up to this point?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect. So we say that almost all operating systems have a desktop. So the screen you see after you log in, these are things you know. So it has a background, icons or buttons for what commands, and a status or taskbar to show open programs. So the programs that you're running on your system, you see on your what status bar. This is your taskbar. Then all the programs I'm running is here. Some have been pinned and all of that. Does that make sense? Okay. Then we have the mobile operating systems where you
Sorry,
started talking
sir.
Yes.
Fifi.
Okay.
Tola, Ekanem, are you guys here with us? Tola, Ekanem,
Yes,
are you here?
Yeah, there's a noise in
Tola,
my
please,
background.
Okay. And it's not possible to show your face?
I'll show it.
Okay.
Please, it will help us. Then it will help you better. Ekanem, how about you? Where are you? You can just show your face and mute yourself. Baba, okay, you say you're not in the house. Please,
Okay, yes.
Okay, let's go. I want everybody to get the value. Okay.
Okay.
I think I should be able to show
it's
my
fine.
face.
It's fine. Yeah. Okay. So we have the mobile operating systems for our smartphones and other handheld devices. So we have the Android, right? Then we have the iOS. BlackBerry. Do we still have BlackBerry? Because I quite remember back in 2013, 2012, it was the age. If you had a BlackBerry, you were considered as the richest, dude. But now I don't think they are still in operation, are they?
They are still in
I saw somebody saying that yes, they're upgrading their
new phones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those days, BlackBerries, hey, what's the age? Okay, now we have iPhones now. Okay. And then we also have the embedded operating systems, which control specific equipment like cars. So your cars, robots, medical devices. So they are small and specialized, including only the necessary functions for the device. So when the equipment is turned on, the embedded operating system starts up automatically. So your microwave, it comes with an embedded operating system. Your refrigerators, embedded operating systems. Your cars that you drive, embedded operating system. Does that make sense? So all these are various types.
Yes.
So we have the desktop, we have the mobile, and we have the embedded ones, which is specifically designed for just one device and for a particular task. Any questions? Are we okay? Are we good?
Very good.
What's the difference? Okay. Please calm down. You have been going too fast, Fifi. You're going too fast, but
okay, I'll slow down.
Where we'll cope. I'm just trying to know what's the difference between embedded OS. What's the difference between the three OS you mentioned now?
Okay. So we have the Windows or desktop operating systems, okay, which is for our laptops and desktop computers. Then we have the mobile operating systems for our handheld devices, like our mobile phones, our tablets. So these are mobile operating systems because we can move with your laptop. You can move with your phone. Sorry, not the laptop, because laptop uses desktop operating systems anyway. So the handheld, like the phones and our tablets, uses the mobile operating systems coming from either Google, which is the Android, iOS, which is Apple, BlackBerry, and Windows also have their, Windows Phone. So they also have their mobile operating systems for that. Does that make sense? Then the
Yes,
embedded
please.
operating systems are for certain specific equipment. So your microwave that you have at home. So we do have smart refrigerators, right? All these are embedded operating system. Your TV set now it comes with smart TV, so they have their own embedded operating system for that. Does that make sense? And they start up
Okay.
automatically. Yes. Are we okay with that?
So can we say that the embedded operating system is built into
The device.
various appliances or devices?
Yes,
Appliances.
yes, that is it. That is it.
Yeah.
So it's built
So,
into it, and there is nothing you can do about it. It's just for a specific task. Okay?
So at the
Yes. I lost you
into
there.
them.
I
You
lost you.
said this one is built into a. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay. So I get the word embedded, meaning
Yes,
built into. But are you
yes.
saying the OS for the mobile are not built into?
Yes, they are also built into it. But the difference here is, you see, the OS for the mobile, you can interact with it. You open, you do this, you make calls, you do all of those stuff. So you can perform multiple tasks for the mobile operating
Oh,
systems. Now for the embedded, it's just side one task at a time. So if it is your microwave, just to heat up your food, you set the timer, the time runs down, you just go and take it. So that is a job. Does that make sense?
yes.
Yes. And even with the cars, it will tell you when to change your oil, when to do this, when to go for maintenance. So we have embedded operating systems like that. If you are branching, your traffic indicator, you are moving to the left, you are moving to the right. It even tells you about the tire pressure and all of that. So these are embedded for the particular device, and it's solely for that device.
yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. So let's look at our case study. So there's a case study for us to think about. So an operating system is the most important software on a computer. It is often referred to as the brain of the computer, which I disagree, because the operating system cannot be the brain of the computer. It is the processor, which we usually term as the brain of the computer. But for the purpose of this, let's maintain it. So all computers must have an operating system. Which of the following options is not a responsibility of the operating system? A, providing access to the internet and website. B, managing the activity between the software and hardware on the computer. C, providing a user interface to communicate with the computer. And D, managing access to programs and data through user authentication. So out of these four, one is not a responsibility of the operating system. And what is that?
The user interface.
Not a responsibility. The key word
Okay.
is not
Not
a
a
responsibility.
responsibility.
Can it
Yes.
be A?
I think
Okay.
D.
So when you give me the answer, I
I
want you
think
to
it's
give
A,
me.
providing access to the internet and website.
Okay. So
Exactly.
why are you selecting A?
Sorry,
What is the rationale behind that? What is the reasoning behind providing access to the internet and website?
Yeah,
Mhm.
basically, it has nothing to do with the internet is on its own. It's like the ISP.
Exactly.
provide the ability to get onto the internet.
Okay.
It's not really the function of the operating system, but every other
Okay.
one, the operating system
Okay.
handles it.
Okay. Perfect. I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Okay. So providing access to the internet and websites. So that's the ISP. Perfectly explained. Well done. So that is the correct answer. Okay. Now let's move on to look at our web browser. And I believe we know a web browser, right?
Yes.
So how many do you know? Can you give me an example of a web browser? Some
Chrome,
examples.
Firefox,
Firefox.
Firefox,
Chrome,
Explorer,
Edge,
Okay.
Explorer.
Chrome,
Uh-huh.
and there are so many other ones.
Yes, we have Opera, Netscape, Navigator,
Yeah.
Safari, and all the rest. Okay, good. So we say that browsers are software that let you easily look at and explore web pages on the internet. So they help you interact with websites and enjoy all the cool stuff online. So if I want to browse the internet, if I want to surf online, I don't need VLC Media Player for that. I cannot use Paint application for that. I cannot use Microsoft Word to browse the internet. So if I want to browse, I will need a browser. And the browser is what? An application software. It has been designed for a particular purpose, a particular task, and that is to look at web pages online. Does it make a lot of sense?
Yes.
So you might know some browsers like Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Apple Safari, and Opera. So it's a preference. So we cannot just say, oh, use Microsoft Edge because it came with what? Windows, and that is the default browser. If you don't like it, you change it to another browser. Okay. And a browser's main job is to get web pages from the internet and show them on your screen, but they can do much more. Okay. So browsers are powerful tools that you can set up to fit how you like to work and keep you safe while browsing online. So that is for the browser. So in order to effectively surf the internet or browse the internet, you need to understand the interface of a browser. And I was quite happy when during the diagnostic test with a bookmark, you bookmark so that you can easily get to it. So you have this knowledge, which is knowing, but how do you do it? So that is why we have the various levels, level 1, 2, 3 of the IC3. Do you have any question on this? Are you all okay with the explanation so far? Okay, perfect. So you can even give me a thumbs up, use the feature of Teams just to respond if you don't want to talk, okay? Okay, great. So using the address bar, and I believe you know the address bar, right? So when you open a browser, we've got our window tab, right? Then we have our address bar. So sometimes many people, when going onto a website, they would rather use the search box to type www.bing.com, but there is an address bar for that. Anyway, if you use this, you still get a result. You click, it will take you anyways. Then we have the browser window title bar, right? Then we have the minimize, maximum, or restore, and close. Now we have this plus sign, which opens another tab. So we have a window on its own, and you can have as many tabs as your system can support, your memory can support. But if you have so many tabs open, sometimes it confuses you. So at least you limit it to about 5 or 10, then you can switch between various tabs. Is that okay? At least this we are all familiar with, right? As trainers. The features of a browser, the tab, the address bar, and the title bar. Is it okay? So this is just a picture of Microsoft Edge, I think. Now, we have, so how do you use the address bar? This, you know, the uniform resource locator. You just go in there, then you type whatever you need to type. You hit enter, it takes you to your what? Web page. Right? And I don't need to demonstrate this. You've been doing this for years. You know this. So this is just to highlight what you need to at least let the students know when you start training them. Okay. And when you go to other pages, the URL in the address bar changes to the new page's address. So browsers remember the pages you visited. So you can see a list of URLs when you click on the address bar. So clicking a URL in this list will take you to that page again. Okay.
Again.
So this we know. So I don't want to waste time on this because you are trainers. The address bar also has buttons for different functions like the one in Microsoft Word Edge. So let's look at those functions. So we have the browser scroll bar. Okay. So you have the scroll bar, which is the vertical or what? Horizontal. So if you want to scroll down, you use the vertical scroll bar. And if you want to scroll side and side, you use the what? Horizontal scroll bar. And I believe we are familiar with this. Are we? Are we familiar with the scroll bars?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Definitely.
So this is an example. So you see, because the content cannot fit on this entire web page, there is a vertical scroll bar here. So you can scroll and using these buttons to scroll. And if it happens that the width of the page cannot fit the window you've opened, then automatically there will be another horizontal scroll bar beneath it. Are we okay? Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, let's move on. Then we have the standard Windows control buttons, which we all know. You minimize, which collapses it and puts it on the taskbar. You maximize its display, the full window screen. Okay, so when I do Windows logo key plus E, it should open a window. So we call this a window. Are we okay? So this is a window on its own. So I can resize my window. So this is a window, which is different from Windows. So the Windows operating system, and we have a window. Does that make sense? So window is more or less like a workspace. So when you open any application, you see a window. This rectangular thing is a window. Is it okay? So this is our window. Now I have my what?
Yes.
Scroll bar, right? The vertical to scroll. Then if I make it too short, there should be a horizontal, maybe not for this particular window, but if you open a browser, you will see the what? Horizontal scroll bar. Now you can minimize, you can maximize, then you can restore up or down, then you close. So when teaching this to students, you try to demonstrate it to them and let them also try on their own. Is that okay? Now, let's look at the browser window tabs. So the tabs that I explained. So to open a new tab, you click on the new tab button or you press Ctrl T or the plus sign or right click on an existing tab and select what's new tab, or you click the file in the menu bar and then select new tab. So these are tasks they need to perform whilst you teach. So open your browser, click on the plus sign, and new tab is open. Okay, right click, and new tab is open. Click on file, you will see a new tab option. Click, it opens, and they will enjoy the lesson. Is it okay? Okay. So this is Google Chrome, I guess. Good. Then we have hyperlinks in the browser, right? And I believe you know what hyperlinks are. Can someone explain what a hyperlink is? Any of you?
I think it's a link that is attached to a document that when you click on it, it goes straight to a website, to a website.
Okay.
I think something.
Okay. So yes, you can.
And
you
there,
can
have, and I don't think that. Okay.
I'm listening. Ify, continue.
And I don't think they are displayed as links. They can be, something can represent. It can be a highlighted a highlighted word, right?
Okay.
That represents the link.
Yes. So you can embed it. So with the Microsoft Office Specialist certification, you will learn how to create links within documents. Yeah. And when you do, okay, Baba Tope, I'm listening.
You can continue, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So when you do a Google search, you get a result, right? So let's say I'm going to click on my plus sign, right? So a new tab is open. So Tech Savvy International, right? So where are you on Google? Okay, so you see, you are here. So Tech Savvy. So this is what a hyperlink. So as soon as I click on it, boom, it opens your web page. So now this is Tech Savvy Teacher International to the world. So if you're in Nigeria and you want expert tuition on any of these programs, well, to get in touch with Tech Savvy. So hyperlinks like that. You click, it opens. So some will open within the same page, others will open in a different page. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
So that's about it. Okay. So these are hyperlinks in the browser. So clicking the hyperlink takes you to a new web page, which might be on the same website or a different one. Is it okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
That's understood.
Yes. Then some hyperlinks only show up when you move your mouse over them. So as you hover your mouse over them, hyperlinks might open a new page in the same window or a new tab. So they can also be used to download files to your computer system. Okay. So after you click a hyperlink and go back to the original page, the hyperlink usually changes color to show that you already visited it. And I believe you do realize that whenever you do a search, you click, you go back, you see that, okay, hey, I've visited this. So let me look at the other options. Are we okay with that? Okay, good. So the popular web browsers that we've talked about, we've got the Safari, the Opera, there's this Microsoft Edge, some Firefox, and all of that. Okay, good. So we've done our first objective under the level 1. We're not done yet. Am I moving too fast? Is the pace okay? Do you have questions?
The pace is okay.
The pace is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not moving too fast. Then that is good. So let's look at our case study 2. Sharon monitors a bank account using a bank's website. Which of the following software applications does she most likely use to access a bank's website? Is it a search engine? Is it a database? Is it a web browser or a spreadsheet?
Web browser.
Web browser, that is it. So if I want to browse the internet, I don't need the search engine is more or less connected to a particular website. So you need a web browser to get to that website in order to use a search engine. Does that make sense? So you might be tempted to select search engine. Yeah, which will make your answer null and void. Okay. Now let's look at accessing information. Accessing information. So if I want to use the computer, I want to access information. What can I do? What do I do? Before even using the computer itself, there are certain things that needs to be done before I can use the computer. So what, in your opinion, should be done before I can have access to a computer system? Yes.
You switch it on.
You switch it on? Okay, so once
yes.
you turn it on, what do you do? How do you access the information?
You connect to the internet.
Yes, you connect to the internet.
Now, before I connect to the internet,
I think when you switch on your PC, the first thing is you want to log in or you want to sign in, as the case may be. That's what grants you access. That's when the window opens to you. And then you can now.
That's in the case of when you have to sign in. Like mine doesn't have sign in option. So as in, I didn't put a sign in password. So that's if you have that option, you choose to put your own password.
Okay.
You will sign in. Yes.
Okay. That is good.
Sorry, please. What's the question? What's the question?
Okay. How do you access information on a computer system? Whether it's stored on it locally or you go online. How do you access it? And before you can access,
I think you
there are
still
certain
have
things.
to, you have to log in.
You have to log in. Okay.
Yeah.
So without logging in,
because without logging in, I don't think the window
you have access.
open to you.
I
Yeah.
have access. I have access without logging in. I do. But I didn't put a login option on my laptop.
Is login and signing, are they the same? Is login and signing, are they the same?
They're different.
Yes.
They're different. They're different.
So one requires
the login is, how do you log in? It's not when you start your computer that you're logging in. That's when you're booting your computer.
Now you are bringing two different, technical words. Booting and logging in. They are different.
Yes.
You are starting the computer. And even booting, when we investigate, we have cold booting and what? Warm booting. But we don't want to get into that now.
I think maybe you click on your start button and I don't know, just you click on.
Anyway, I think you still have to log in. Your login method now may differ based on what instruction, whether you require a passcode, a password to log in or not, or you just
I agree with you now. I remember you must click start or something, login. You must
start.
Yes. After it boots, after it opens, I remember now. You don't have a password. It has a box under your name, and then you click on it. Click on the box if you don't have a password. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that's good. So let's look at it. So before you can use a computer, you need an account to show who you are and what you can do. So even though you don't have a password on your account, you still have an account. There is a name to that account. So that is the first level. You need to have an account. Without an account, you can't use the computer. Okay. Then with the account, we've got two types, the administrator account and a standard user account. Okay. So as an administrator, you can make big changes to the computer. You install programs, you remove programs, you can even change security settings and manage other users, remove users, add users. In the standard, you have some limits. So it will let you use most of the programs and change some settings, but you can't install or remove software, delete certain files, or change things that affect other users or the computer's security. Okay, so a computer system should have two types of accounts. And I think when we go back to Windows XP, we used to have guest. So we can have administrator account, standard user account, and a guest account.
I was going to ask about the guest account, because I remember there used to be a guest account.
There used to be a guest. That is it. But now we have administrator and standard. Okay, so admin is the overall boss, like the father of the house. Then the father and the mother, administrator, the kids, standard. So as a child, you cannot just say, oh, I want to change the roofing sheet of my father's house without the approval of your father. No, it's not going to happen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to let students understand that these are the types of accounts you need in order to access information on any computer system. Without the account, forget about it. And we also have permissions. So these are rules that decide what you can do with files and settings on the computer. So everyone can work with their own files, but only an administrator can access files from other users. Okay, so I only have one type of account, which is just my account. But if I happen to have more than one type of account, when I go to Windows C, I go to users, you see all the users folders listed. So I can go into their respective folders and look at their desktop without even logging into their account. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yes, from the Windows perspective. But if you are using a standard account, you cannot go into other users' folders. So this is just a simple way of explaining the permission levels, okay? Then when you first set up a computer, the account you create is usually an administrator account. So if you use a computer at school or work, the system administrator might have set up your account already. So each account has a username and password to keep it secure. So you mentioned you don't have a password to your account. Please have a password to your account. You are a trainer and you need to lead by example. So please, after this lesson, go and create a password for your account.
It's because it's the one in my room. I don't take it out of the house. That's why I don't
Yes,
have.
but okay,
I
but
will still create the password.
what if someone comes to pick it up, break in and take your system? All the
You
information
have access.
you have access, and you'll be compromised.
All
Okay,
right.
so this is digital literacy. You are a trainer, so you need to lead by example.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So keeping your username and password safe helps protect your personal information. You might have maybe pictures of your family on your laptop. You might have, maybe document containing your bank information. And oh, it's in my room, so I'll not put a password. Somebody comes to steal it, then all your information is out there. Yeah. Okay. Are we okay with this? So now that we have our account with the system, now we can look at having online account. So your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Gmail, your Yahoo, Outlook, then these are online accounts accessed through the website. Is that okay?
Yes.
So when you are online, you need an account with a secure password to use website. So this account helps you access and use different sites. For example, if you want to buy something or change settings on a website, you might need a separate account for that. Yeah. So some websites like Microsoft let you use the same account everywhere on their site. This is called single sign-on. So once I sign into my Microsoft, I don't need to sign in again. So I sign in once on my system. It's connected to my Office 365 account, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. So I don't need to sign in. Connected to my OneDrive. Does that make sense? If I have a SharePoint, maybe Microsoft 365 business account is connected to my SharePoint, my planner, my task, everything. Single sign on. You sign on once, then you start using it. Is that okay?
Yes, I have it also.
Okay, that's good. So other websites like Amazon might need separate accounts for different countries. So if you're shopping on Amazon in the US and Canada, you need an account for each country to use all their features.
Yeah.
So these are some of the, differences or deviations. But hey, it's still an account. Now, am I moving too fast? Are we okay?
We're fine.
Okay. Then we move to what? Navigating. Okay. Navigating in what? Windows. So to work in Windows, you begin at the what? Start menu, which we know, right? Then you open the start menu, you can click the start button, okay? Or you press the Windows key, or the Windows start menu includes a classic pop-up menu on the left and a panel of application shortcut called titles in the middle. So this you have to, explore with the student. I click on my start bar. Okay, I have this. So if I want to search for a program, I come here, I can search. If I want to view all programs, I come, I say view all, and it gives me in what? Alphabetical order. You go through, okay, these are all the programs available to me. So this is where you take your time to take the student through. How do we navigate? Where can I find what? How do I search? So once you do that, you are giving them core skills needed for the job market. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's an example. We have our Windows start button. We have our taskbar. And we have all our programs, they are all there. What I showed you was Windows 11. This is Windows 10. And the differences are not that much. Okay. So we have our search, now the Cortana, you talk to Cortana, the task view, our taskbar buttons, our notification area, show hidden icons, then we have what? Show desktop. So if I go and click on show desktop, it should show my desktop. Now you can see my desktop, right?
Yeah.
Then you move in that order. Now I come back to my presentation and I'm there. Are we okay? Good.
Yeah.
And we are navigating on what? Mobile devices. So on smartphones and tablets, you can use different actions on the touchscreen to do things. So here are a few. So you lightly tap something with your finger, it opens on your smartphone. It opens. You tap the keys on the keyboard to type. WhatsApp, you type. Shorthand. Tap on item to choose it. And I believe we know how to do this. We've been using smartphones. Tap an app icon to open it, and touch and hold to keep your finger on something. That is, those with iPhone, you touch and hold, and you can just hit the X to uninstall the application. You can touch and hold to group applications together. So all these are ways you can what? Navigate on mobile devices, which isn't difficult. Okay. Then touch and hold a text field to see extra options like right-clicking on a computer. So once you touch and hold, it gives you another dialog box which you can communicate with your system. Okay. Then you can swipe or slide. So you gently drag your finger across the screen and swipe to unlock your device, swipe to scroll through different screens or menus. Then you pitch and spread. That is if you want to increase the zoom level, right? So you use your thumb, you pinch, you spread to move closer together or farther apart. So you pinch, then you spread. Okay, zoom in or zoom out on a picture or web page, then pinch or spread to zoom in or out when taking a picture. So that is that. So far, so good. So all that we've discussed, I just need to take your views on it. And let's see. We've been talking for almost an hour and 37 minutes. So I'll pause here, then I'll take some feedback from you. So what have you, understood? Or what are you taking from this session?
Okay. So I'm just taking, well, I have learned the correct order of explaining the system, your laptop, from how to start it, making sure that you have an account in it, password in it, and being able to identify the monitor, what the screen.
Yes.
What the icons, your desktop and all the icons and other things, other important things that a beginner that doesn't have the knowledge, the internet or digital knowledge needs to know. I think that's what I've learned so far. So it's the way and manner we have to present all these information to the students.
Okay.
Which I'm taking them in the order of which we have to present them.
Present them.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Kelechi.
Okay, for me, I think there are a lot of things I discovered. There's some things that we don't even think they matter.
Yeah.
I feel that's what this course is trying to do. Just little things. We don't even know, when you asked about how do you access information on your system or on the internet, I was like, how else? You just start tapping away, right? So I didn't know that there's actually a process, I was confused that initially it was like, am I supposed to boot my system? Like, how? I think we should I think from henceforth, are we paying attention to the way questions are being asked?
Yes.
And the order in which to answer the right thing. It's all I was saying. I think it's very important. I think that I'll be very careful this time around. Like, really understand what's going on.
Yeah.
The right process.
That's good. That's good. Babatope?
Hey, let me say thank you so far for the way you have been taking time to explain each of these concepts. Yes, one may look at it and they say these are things we've been doing actually, on our computers, day in, day out. But you see, sometimes you think you know something. The fact that you know the basic whatever, so you think you know it, you don't know it. Just like you use some words, so you have become so used until somebody say, "What does this word even mean?" You don't. You tell. And of course, for somebody who is going to be a trainer, who is going to be training others beyond just the practical application, your own knowledge, you must be able to have an in-depth knowledge of the workings of this thing that you want to teach, so that you are able to break it down, just like Mr. Fifi is doing. And so I think it's a great one, and we are learning. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Faith. You need to unmute.
Okay, so for all I agree that initially there was 4/10. I think I can add half to that 4 now. And it's now for 2.5/10. And it really helped me. Because if you please do not laugh. Well, it really helped me to understand some basic things of the computer usage and usage. So thank you so much.
Okay, good. Ify, the boss lady.
Thank you so much, Fifi. I really say thank you, because you just came in impromptu, but your enthusiasm, I think, rubbed off on me, and I said, you know what, let's do this. So I was a bit overconfident when we started, but this course just showed me that, oh boy, just be quiet too, and observe more, and I think a lot of times you think you know certain things, like Kelechi said, but you really don't know it thoroughly. So I'm happy this is coming at this time, so that we can all be thorough tech savvy teachers,
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you so much.
Perfect. Okay, so I must say I enjoyed your company, and in order to move at a faster pace, because we do have the content creation bit of the IC3. So the Word and Excel, you need to really understand it up to the Microsoft Office specialist level. So what I've done is, on my YouTube channel, I've taken my time to explain the tabs. So when you pick Home tab, we have the clipboard group. Within the clipboard group, we have copy, cut, paste. And there is a dialog box launcher for that. You need to have an understanding of these tools. Then we go to the fonts group. We go to the paragraph group. We go to the styles group. We go to the editing group. You need to have a solid understanding of it. It's a trainer. So I will share the page with Ify. Then maybe in your own time, just take your time and go through that, so that when we get to that section of IC3, I won't waste too much time on that, because you already have that in-depth knowledge. Does that make sense? Okay, so in our next meeting,
very well.
Yes, in our next meeting, we'll be looking at identifying devices, input devices, output devices, connectors and connections. We will look at application programs. You can write it down. We will look at web apps, proprietary and open source software, obtaining software. Then we look at desktop computers, understanding memory, understanding storage. Then we go into details about I shared the outline with Ify, so I'm sure she'll be able to share it with a group. So mobile operating systems, popular operating
Yeah.
systems. Yes. So that is what we'll be looking at till probably I get to networking concept, infrastructure is everything, Ethernet standards and cables, and troubleshooting connection issues. So our next meeting should be on Monday, I think. So on Monday, come prepared.
Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Okay,
Tuesday.
sorry, on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Okay. So our next meeting will be on Tuesday. Okay, which is fine. So I'll take my time to prepare my slides. And I believe you've seen how I delivered the lesson and how the slides have been prepared and how the animations were used. So as trainers, you also need to master PowerPoint. When do I use animations? Do I bring all the text at once on my screen, or I just bring it once and when I'm ready to talk about it? And once I'm done talking about it, it needs to leave the scene, the stage. So PowerPoint will go into detail when you learn how to use all of these, creating master slides. So it's a whole lot. Okay. So once you get a skill, the certification will come. I don't want you to focus on the certificate. Get the skill first. Once you have the skill, getting the certificate is a no-brainer. You get it. So let's focus on the skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll leave
I would
you.
like to say something. Fifi, please, I think what will help us is the flipped classroom approach in this learning journey. Because if you are able to give us content ahead of time, even not just text content or resources, but even audio visual, right? So that we can watch it, interact with it, research on it. When we come, it's going to be very interactive and we're able to catch up very fast. And also, if you also can give us an assignment to work on, that would really help to assess every class's performance.
Okay, no worries. So I'll work on some and share it with you. And for some, because I'm now preparing the slides, I'm developing the slides as we move along. And looking at the time constraint, it will be difficult for me to record the lessons, give it to you ahead of time. So we're doing it live, then I'll take my time to record it without students and take my time to break down the concept. But this is live, it's interactive. Then we will have separate ones just for standalone, no interaction, me explaining. I'll take my time to work on all of that for you as well. Is that okay?
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Yes. Well, even though you don't have the video format, you can just give us a presentation when you are done, probably a day or 2 days before.
Okay, that's fine. I'll share the presentation with you. So just drop me your email addresses, then at least I can share it with you as we move along. Okay.
Okay. Do that.
No, don't worry. Just share it. Share it to my email.
To your email. Forward it to them. Then you give it to them. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
Are there just like MCE? Do we have some activities we can work on before the next class?
No, we're looking at level 1, which is just the knowing bit. So there isn't much activities to do here because you are just knowing what is this, what is that, how do you do this. So we are dealing with the knowing bit. Then when we get to the doing part, that is when you have a lot of activities coming in.
Okay.
But for now, what you can do is to explore the Windows operating system, the start button, the control panel. What is there? Click, find out. So what did you explore? Then maybe in our next lesson, you can share that with a team. Does that make sense? So maybe that would be the assignment for you to explore the Windows operating system. So that is the assignment. Explore the Windows operating system and tell us something new you found. So go to the control panel section. Okay. You go to the control panel section and explore all the tools under the control panel because we talked about user account. We talked about administrative, standard user, and all of that. Explore that. Power options, closing the lid of a computer. So explore and come and just tell me what you've learned from your exploration. So that will be the first thing we do in our next session, what you found out after exploring the Windows operating system. Maybe briefly, about 10 minutes, we should cover that. Then I'll carry on with the next session. Is it okay?
You mean we should do that right
please.
now?
Thank you.
Yes,
no,
we can do it now or tomorrow before the lesson. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
Okay, please, guys, let's meet on Telegram now. Okay. Okay, let's meet briefly on Telegram.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you for that.
You share the recording.
Yeah,
Bye.
definitely.
Thank you so much for your time and
You're
your
welcome.
wisdom and knowledge. Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.